see what you're wearing? There's nothing beneath it. Forgive me for staring, forgive me for breathing. We might not know why, we might not know how, but baby tonight, we're beautiful now. We're beautiful now. We're beautiful now.
I'm Queen here, and welcome back for another episode of Detective Pikachu. Last time, we found Per Ugly and the Yama crashed into each other, and found that the case cubes were messed up. One of the case cubes were messed up. And today, going to figure out why it's messed up.
Everyone is thinking that the Yama made a mistake. The Yama say they did what the instructions told them to do. So what caused them to crash into each other? That's right. You really should check in your case list one more time. I don't think that's right. You really should check in your case list one more time. That's right. It seems that someone tampered with Yanma's plan in order to cause the collision. The question is, how did the staff not notice something like that? Why would one Yanma have two movement plans? I don't think this was an accident at all. In fact, I think this is a case for us to solve.
The cue sheets have been tampered with. The Yama ran into each other because they were given fake instructions, but why did the culprit do that? Maybe the culprit had some kind of grudge against Camilla. They tried to destroy the violin as revenge for something. Revenge, huh? And if it weren't for Keith's mistake, Karina would have been the one caught in the accident instead of me. It could even be that someone was targeting her directly. Well, let's go talk to Karina first. Gathering testimony from the victim is the most basic step for any investigation.
Yeah, seems like someone made a fake movement plan to cause the accident. Why? I can't imagine Karina would have enemies, but let's see what she has to say.
Someone's behind this incident. Alright, let's go talk to her. Karina, please, listen calmly. Tim, what's going on? We found out that the accident earlier was actually deliberate. God, I can't even pronounce that word. Caused by someone. What, but how? Is what you said true? Please tell me everything. Of course. Someone have given fake instructions to the Yama. Is that what caused the accident? That's right. But who would do such a thing? Why? It's possible that the culprit had some grudge against you and destroyed the violin as payback. Could you tell us a bit more about your violin? Of course, my grandfather made it for me before he passed away. It's the only one of a kind. It's only one of its kind. Memento from her grandfather. Even now, when I get discouraged, I remember the message he left for me on the violin. It helps me feel better. Huh, a message. There was a message on the violin? I never noticed. Oh, you couldn't have. It's written on the inside of the back plate, after all. Oh, so you can't see it from the outside. No, you can't. Actually, I think the only ones who've seen it are me, Cricketune, and since we used to go play in my grandfather's workshop. The message on the violin. You will help us find the culprit. Thanks. We could use your help. Cricketune! We don't know who did this or why, but don't worry. We get to the bottom of things. Cricketune! Apparently Cricketune was present when Corinne saw the message too. Cricketune says Corinne read the message to it. It said, "To my darling Corinne, even when I am no longer with you, I will always love you and your music." The message on the violin, huh? Something on your mind? I helped Cricketune pick up the pieces of the violin after the accident, but I don't think I saw a message anywhere on the back plate. Could be that you just didn't notice it. If it bothers you, we could double check. Yeah. I never would have thought. How do you get to it? Oh, that's how. Here's Corinne's violin. It really is wrecked, isn't it? Let's see the back plate with the message should be this one. But I don't see any message written anywhere. So that means this violin is a fake. The culprit's goal was to steal Corinne's violin. The culprit must have tampered with the Yama's cue sheet so that the accident would hide the fact that the violin had been swapped. That's right, he almost got away with it too. I swear I would catch this culprit, no matter what.
Thank goodness the violins have been swapped. That means that the real one's still safe. That's the one good thing about all of this.
Alright. You can always hear cars in the background. Hopefully it's not that loud. First thing first, we should go tell Corinne and Cricketune about the swap violin. They may be able to help us narrow down who the culprit could be. You're right, Pikachu. Tune! Oh, something felt off to you, too. Cricketune! The material seemed softer than normal, I see. It must have been difficult for the culprit to get the exact same materials to use. Soft boards. Corinne, the violin there is a fake. The culprit arranged for the accident to happen so that nobody would notice the theft. But then where's the real violin? The culprit probably still has it, but please keep this a secret. We don't want the culprit to get nervous and hide it away. I never noticed my violin had been swapped with a fake, but I think the one I used for performance was the real one. I could tell from the tone. Tone. Cricketune. Yeah, Cricketune says so too. The tone of the real thing. Alright. The testimonies we got from the two of them are shedding light on the crime. Really? Let's organize what we know to get started. Let's figure out exactly when the violin was swapped. Open up your case notes.
Now, let's try and figure out when the violin could have been swapped out. First, when do we know for sure that the violin was already, fake?
No.
No, that's not right.
I put it in the wrong spot by
By the
accident.
time I had delivered the violin, it had already been swapped out with the fake one. Now we know when the violin was swapped out with the fake one. But we still need to figure out when was the last time the real violin was seen.
When was it the real thing?
Now why do you think that? No, that's not right. Now why do you think that?
Okay, that should be right.
So, Karina was using the real violin during her performance. She and Cricketune both confirmed it to be true. And that means the culprit swapped out the violin after Karina finished her performance, but before I moved it.
It was switched out backstage. Now we know when the violin was swapped. Yeah, the culprit aimed for the exact moment Karina would not be around her violin. Judging from that and the tampering with the cue sheet, the culprit must have been very familiar with the show. So the culprit is someone who works there. That's what we need to find out now. Alright. This might be the end of the chapter. It might. I don't know how long it would take to talk to everyone. Oh, you were watching TV, and you say you're the best thing on the screen. You got confidence for sure. What did you and Max do once you were done with the first rehearsal? Chat! You came back to the dressing room together. I seem to recall you saying that's what you were going to do. Yeah, what's that? You were excited because Max said he would give you a snack earlier today. You weren't asking about your snack. Chat! Tap! Someone came to call you. They knocked on the door and said something. Apparently, that must have been Amelia. Chat! Is Amelia a person or a Pokemon? Why do you ask that? Chat! Apparently Pokemon stopped by too, in addition to the person. Chat! It doesn't know who, but apparently someone rammed into the door. Chatot says it was so surprised that accidentally yelled out. Yeah, I bet that would be surprising. What did that Pokemon do then? Chat! It ran off making some kind of cry, according to Chatot. Hey, could you show us your cool mimicking skills again, Chat? Oh, you can? Chat! Try different signals to see what happens. Alright, Tim, give it a shot.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, that's the voice of Mr. Graham.
And cut!
Oh, that must be Hero. What's with the self-content look? Trying to act all cool, are you? Hey, go easy on me. I tried my best. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Max to do that. There probably are more cues than we can imagine. It's not doing anything. I guess that's too suitable to use as a cue. Wow, that's definitely Olga, alright. If someone yelled at me like that, I would definitely have a heart attack, even if it was a prank.
What?
Oh, still doing your investigation? Go easy on playing detective, alright? Playing detective? Nobody's playing here. Max, you left the studio once the first rehearsal was done, right? Yeah, I figured I'd go over the script one more time in my dressing room while I waited. Did anyone come by during that time? Oh yeah, a staff member came by to call me. I was in the middle of something, so I couldn't open the door, but I said I'd be right out. Oh, so he didn't actually see the person.
alibi. Make sure you remember it.
Okay. Excuse me. Hey, what's wrong? Well, about the accident that just happened, it seems like it was directly caused by someone. What? But then, who's the culprit? We're investigating that now. It was during the rehearsal. We were here the whole time. Yes, we were keeping an eye on the studio from here. I think it would be difficult for the people here in the sub-control room to swap out the violin.
Now that I think about it, this person couldn't be the culprit.
Alright. Could it really be him? Is there something bothering you? Yes, I think I may know who tampered with the cue sheet. Really, Priest does everything you know. I can't prove anything, but the suspect's Keith is the culprit. He looks after the hammer here, and it would have been easy for him to tamper with the cue sheet. But Keith seemed so proud of the hammer and what they could do. Keith is a bit of a mystery. He came to GN about 6 months ago on someone's recommendations, but he never told anyone about why he came here or what he was doing before. I see. I wonder if there's a reason why he's so secretive. Are you making progress on the alibi checks? Well, oh come on, you should know what to do. Is there somewhere you haven't checked yet? Like the studio or the sub-control room or the dressing rooms for the performers? Let's check in this one. Hey, Olga. You again. What do you want now? Oh, come on, you're a detective. Don't let her intimidate you. Go on, ask what you need to ask. Where were you after we finished the first rehearsal? I stayed in my dressing room. I was giving Perugly a nice brushing. Did anyone stop by during that time? One of the staff members came to call on me. I answered, although I didn't open the door. I see. Someone comes all the way to get you. The least you could do is open the door for them. Although, come to think of it, something odd happened after that.
Tim, make sure you remember what people told us.
Okay. Oh, let me ask her about the strange occurrence. What was the strange occurrence? Someone came and beat on the door. I looked out through the fort's brass window, but I didn't see anyone out there. I wonder what that was all about. Probably Mimikyu. Probably Mimikyu being weird. Do you remember the strange occurrence at Olga's dressing room? Oh, you mean that someone banged on the door? That's right. My theory is that it's the same Pokemon that visits Chatot dressing room. That would make sense. I wonder if we can find this Pokemon and ask it about when it visits the dressing rooms. Let's go talk to Mimikyu. See what Mimikyu's doing. Q! Well, are you still upset that I got chosen as the assistant over here? Q! Don't get too full of myself. Oh, sure, whatever you say. More importantly, there's something we need to ask you. Do you know anything about the accident that just happened? Cute. It was going around the dress rooms while avoiding the staff here, so it doesn't know what was going on at the studio. Why was it doing that? Cute. Doing a bit of self-promotion, you're definitely persistent. I give you that. Okay. Let's go into this one. Sass, Buzz. Hey, why are you glaring at each other? Let's see what they're saying. It's time to decide whose special talents are truly better. Sass. I'm saying being able to smell the difference of foods with your tongue is more amazing. Buzz. It's saying making laundry super clean with ultrasonic waves is way cooler. But that's like comparing leopard berries to orange berries. Still, we can't just leave them like this. What do you think we should do? To me, both of your talents are really impressive. Maybe you could agree that both have some amazing skills and just make up. Anyway, you two need to make up, okay? We can come by to check on them later. Maybe something will have changed. What in the world has gotten to Ekans? It's not normally the type to pick fights with other Pokemon. I wonder what set it off this time. Let's talk to her. The previous recording has gone over the scheduled time. Maybe the Pokemon are getting irritated. I hope they can become friends before the actual filming starts, but seeing how they are now, that may be difficult. Maybe I should close the window so the noise outside isn't so loud. Never mind, it's got quiet, so I think we're good.
What's up?
Are you investigating the accident? Don't overdo it. Thanks. Where were you during the rehearsal, Keith? I don't think I saw you until right before the accident happened. I went down to the lower floor to call the assistant Pokemon as soon as we found Perugly. And what happened with that? Well, it didn't show up even when the scheduled time came, so I called the office to check. Turns out I mixed up the dates and had scheduled it for the wrong time. So I ran back to the studio to let Hiro know. So that's what all the ruckus was about. Did you run into anybody on your way back to the studio? Yeah, as I recall, I ran into Amelia. She just finished calling Max and Olga.
Keep gathering testimony.
Okay. Are you the one in charge of scheduling and managing the assistant Pokemon? That's right. I'm really sorry that my mistake put you both in a dangerous spot. Yeah, next time pay closer attention. Don't worry about it. Neither of us were hurt. We were told that you joined GNN about 6 months ago. Yeah, through a friend of mine. So I guess you were interested in making TV shows. That's right. It's a lot of work, but I have fun. It's really exciting. You never know what's going to happen next. I think I'd be more anxious than excited. A life without some thrills will be boring. I think you will understand someday. Do you think you'd be able to get back to filming? I would say the odds are 50-50. I already put in a request for a new violin. I feel bad for Corinne. But I see she will have to use the new one. I was in the studio ever since Corinne finished her performance. I was making sure the staff knew the plans for the show, checking the photos, and so on. We were in the studio then too. I didn't see anyone leave or enter until Amelia and Keith came back. Seems like Hiro and the staff here have a solid alibi.
Keep gathering testimony.
Are you still looking into the accident, Tim? Hush, don't mention the SWAT violin until we're ready to catch the culprit. Right. Oh, I mean, yes. You mean after Karina's play? I was checking the dressing rooms to call on Max and Olga. But you came back to the studio alone, didn't you? Weren't you able to find them? Oh, no, not exactly. They both seemed like they were busy, so I told them what I needed for the door. I see. And did you meet anyone else? Oh yeah, I remember. I ran to Keith near the studio. I need to clear out space on my camera. The space is cleared out now. We're good to go. I went directly to Olga's dressing room from the studio. I knocked on the door and said we were ready, and she responded, "Thank you, I'll be right there for the door." So if it's not like Amelia actually saw Olga, I feel like that's going to be the key to unraveling this mystery. There, I closed the window so it shouldn't be super loud anymore. I went to get Max after I called Olga. I knocked on his door and told him we were ready, and he said, "Got you, I'll be right there," through the door. I ran to Keith on my way back to the studio. He was standing near the entrance, but he looked very depressed. He was about to go report to Hero that he messed up the assistant Pokemon schedule, and you came back to the studio after that, right? That's right. I don't think Hero and the staff in the studio could have stolen the violin. In that case, maybe we should tell Hero what really happened. If the culprit is related to the show somehow, maybe he would know something. Good thinking, but don't forget to tell him to keep it a secret. I'm hoping to finish up this case in this episode, but probably won't be able to. But get as far as I can. Hey. The violin was swapped out, and you say there's someone here that did it. Yes. I can't imagine. No, actually, could it be that do you know something? Well, this is just a rumor, but I heard Max has a lot of debt he needs to pay back. The violin was a very valuable one, so he may have stolen it so he could sell it. Sounds like Max could have a motive to steal the violin.
Now we know almost the exact moment when the violin was swapped. The culprit has to be someone involved with the show. Let's find out about the alibis of everyone involved between the time Karina finished playing and I brought out the violin. We need to figure out the alibis of people when the switch happened.
What was I doing after the violin recital? Why are you asking? We're trying to find out more about the accident. Is it alright if you tell us? Sure. I was in the studio during the rehearsal. I can't leave the Yama all by themselves, after all. Yan. Hey, could you tell us a bit about what was going on in the studio before the accident? There was a bit of time between when Pikachu and Karina finished the recital and the next rehearsal, right? Was there anyone besides Karina and Millie who left the studio during that time? Yeah. I can't tell people apart very well, but it says there were only 2 people who came and went.
What's up?
Nothing ever goes according to the script, does it? After Karina's performance, I was with Hero checking the rest of the plan for today. You all seem very busy. Yes, we were all wondering what to do since Keith haven't come back. Oh man, an accident like that, and right in front of the president too. What's going on? What's going to happen to the show? Once the violin recital was done, I was checking the footage from the cameras here, was just discussing stuff with everyone. Man, I wish I could turn the clock back. What should we do, Pikachu? Just let him be until we solve the case. You're investigating that accident. What was a mistake by the Yammer, right? No, it seems like the accident was distributed cause of some purpose. Could you help us out in finding the truth? After Green's recital, I was checking the footage in the studio together with Hero. I'm actually about to end this off pretty soon. Let's talk to Max. No. Actually, let's talk to her. Hello, Tim. How's the investigation going? I hope you're making progress. Yes, I think we are. Bit by bit, we're getting closer to the culprit. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for everything. If there's anything I could do, please let me know. Thanks. After my performance, I went backstage to put my violin there. Hero asked you to do that, right? Did you see anyone else while you were back there? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I should have paid more attention. Please don't worry about it.
Yes. So the culprit is... Wait, what's that? All of our suspects have alibis?
Alright. I finished this part. I don't want to point fingers, but it may have been Olga who stole my violin. Why do you say that? Well, Olga had asked me a few times before if I would be willing to part with my violin. Of course I said no. Of course your grandfather made it for you. That's right, but it didn't seem like Olga was ready to give up, so she may have planned something like this. Seems like Olga has a motive anyway, but we can't just decide she's the culprit based off of that. Well, this is a conundrum. I didn't expect everyone involved to have alibis. This can only mean one thing. The culprit. That's right, the culprit must have used some sort of trick to create a fake alibi. That being said, I don't think anyone working in the studio self-control had the time to do anything elaborate like that. I agree, our suspects are people who were moving around on their own. That's 4 people: Max, Olga, Keith, and Amelia. You don't think Amelia is. I know how you feel, but a detective has to keep an objective view of everything. Still, we could use some more information. Now that I think about it, Mimikyu has snuck out of the Pokemon dressing room and was wandering around, right? Maybe if we talked to it, it would help shed some light on the situation. I'm going to talk to Mimikyu, and then I'm going to end off this episode. This was probably a pretty long episode, but I wanted to get as far as I could. Where is Mimikyu? Where is Mimikyu? Mimikyu may have seen something. It should be in the studio. Let's go get its testimony. I don't even know where Mimikyu's at.
Nothing to worry about, Tim. I'll still continue my work as a detective, even if I do become a star.
Okay, I'm just gonna end it here and I'll find Mimikyu in the next episode. I have no idea where Mimikyu's at. I'm gonna look around a little bit longer. Okay, I can't find Mimikyu. So yeah, I'm gonna end it off here. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a like and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. And if you want to chat, feel free to join my Discord. The link to my Discord will be in the description. And of course, don't forget to answer the common question of the day. Goodbye, and I'll find Mimikyu in the next episode. Bye.